Hello everyone, zerocielX here, bringing you another Pokemon Showdown battle in the OU tier. As you can see here, brand new team, because, I like to spice things up. I've been, doing a lot of battles recently, so, I've been trying to make new teams, just to, keep things interesting for me, and of course for you guys. So, this time around, another Sandstorm team, because, I just like Sandstorm teams, so, quick run through, I got a Scarf Tyranitar that I think catches a lot of people off guard, and, it's really good, and I have no complaints about it. I mean, it lacks the power of the choice band set, but the elemental price is a lot. It kind of makes up for it. So, standard physically offensive Landers T with the Stealth Rocks. I mean, I could have Stealth Rocks on this thing, but I have Spikes instead. So that's that. I got a good old MixMence, something it's lost popularity. I mean, it used to be like the top dog in 4th Gen OU, and then recently it's been kind of overshadowed by other things. But good old MixMence does some serious work in this battle, and I'm really glad I added it to the team. I'm still kind of trying to decide on the moveset though, because I'm running Draco, Outrage, Earthquake, and Roost, which is a bit problematic because my opponent has a Fortress, and I really don't have anything on this team to really take it on easily. So that actually proves to be quite a problem. So we shall see. Standard Ferrothorn, I guess. I mean, it's not physically offensive; it's more specially defensive with some defensive ease. The standard that became standard in early on in 4th and 5th Gen. So that I choice Bandit Conkeldurr because I've always wanted to try out this modo, and this guy's hits like a fucking truck. Holy crap! I freaking love this thing. So just Bandit Conkeldurr. Yeah, it's actually the reason why I decided to make a new team. I want to try it out, so that's the thing. And then, of course, last but not least, special offensive Jellicent to go along with my defensive core, and it does really well. So my opponent this time around is Ichi27. He's running a Sandstorm team himself, and see two really big threats. Shows Bandit Terrakion and Trick Room Uniclus. Yeah, I mean, I do have the Landers for the Terrakion, so it's really not too much of a problem. But Landers goes down, then this thing could easily just destroy my team. I mean, I could revenge kill with Conkeldurr, but still, I basically have to sack something to this thing. So, and of course, the other thing is Trick Room Uniclus. That thing is always a big ass threat. You can OHKO Tyranitar with Focus Blast, and basically either OHKO or 2KO everything on my team with his coverage moves. After Stealth Rocks, I think you can OHKO Salamence, and I think Landers as well with Psychic. The only thing that I have that could take a hit is my Ferrothorn, but I really can't do too much to it back. So I gotta watch out for those things. Gastrodon is gonna be a massive pain in the ass to deal with, because I do have the Ferrothorn, but you can easily just play around that with the Fortress. So those two together are going to be really annoying. This thing's going to be really annoying because it's bulky as fuck. So, and then the Celebi, I'm really not too worried about the Celebi, but still got to keep an eye out for that. So, with that in mind, we'll commence the battle. So, he leads off with Powder, and me, I think I predict this and lead off with... Actually, I don't predict that. I just lead off with my Landers, so I can set up my rocks first turn, and my opponent is thinking the exact same way because we both set up our rocks in the first turn. So there we go, we trade rocks first turn. Now I'm going to U-turn out because I really can't do too much of this thing. I do have the HPIs, but it's not going to be doing anything because it's not stab and I have no special attack investment. So I'm going to go out to 4th. Ferrothorn, kind of expecting him to go for HPIs. I mean Iceman, just try to scout what the hell he's going to do. He whirlwinds me out back into my freaking Landers. I'm like, whatever. He's just gonna sit here and whirlwind left to right. So I'm just gonna go for the HPIs, get some damage up. 34%, not too shabby. But of course, he's just gonna go for the whirlwind because not much he can do to me. Good thing though, he whirlwinds me out into Shurshi, the mixed Salamence. So okay, he really doesn't know what kind of set I am. I mean, I do have the Intimidate, but I really don't know if he'll see the Life Orb Draco coming. And he doesn't, so he stays in and gets destroyed. And I'm like, whew! That is one huge nuisance out of the way. Now it would have an easier time with his team, because that thing is really bulky. And you just my team is mostly physically offensive, so I should probably fix that. Here comes the Gastrodon. I don't want to lock myself to outrage just yet. Now I don't know if this thing's physically offensive or not. So I'm don't want to stay around for any of those shenanigans. I'm just gonna go into Ferrothorn. You know, essentially walled Gastron, just wall against it. So my opponent predicts that go and double switch down to Terrakion. But you know, I'm not worried. I mean, I have the freaking Landers like at full health basically. So like Terrakion really doesn't scare me at all. I mean, he could predict the switches all day if he wants to. Lander is just gonna eat them up like it's his goddamn job, and it is in fact his job because my team is kind of weak to Terrakion. So. So he's gonna switch out because he can't do anything to me, so I'm gonna predict that I go for the U-turn. Didn't want to go for Earthquake just yet, just in case he went out to Celebi, so I'm gonna just go for the U-turn. The Fortress comes in. That's the last thing I wanted to see, so I'm gonna go out to Generic so I could taunt this thing so it wouldn't set up any hazards. And there we go. Go out into Generic. Freaking Jellicent because Generic is fucked. So here I'm gonna go for the taunt as he just ends up going for the Volt Switch, of course. Really can't do much to me. He already set up his rocks. He may have set up spikes, so I remember rapid spawn, but not really. Just pretty jealous. So, anyways, he's gonna Volt Switch out to Celebi, scare me out with his stab, harass attack. So I'm not gonna stay in it for any of those shenanigans. My opponent predicts my switch, of course, go out into Terrakion. Predicts my switch into Ferrothorn. Of course, I'm not really too bothered because you know, I have the Landers, so dude, you can predict all you want. You're not gonna break my Landers. But now he's gonna switch on to his Ruinicle. Oh shit, that isn't the last thing I wanted to see come in. So gotta find a way to play around this thing. I'm gonna U-turn. I could have Earthquake, but I just didn't want to play around any of those shenanigans. So I'm just gonna U-turn into Jellicent. Special defense. I should be able to take a couple of hits, even a Life from Shadow Ball, and yeah, that's how he set up the Trick Room. So, because for Shadow Ball, that's 45%. So, I'm like, okay, that is really good. I can take those all day if I need to. Really, really, really good. So, you know, me on that mindset, I'm like, okay, I can take, okay, based on how much damage that did, I can take a Psychic. But of course, he shows me he has Side Shock and just takes me out, and this Ridiculous becomes that much more scary. Because the one thing I had to take hits from this thing is dead. So I'm like, oh shit, that's really scary. I'm gonna go to Saturn, hope to take a Focus Blast. I mean, I probably can, because I do have heavy special defense investment. But luckily for me, he does end up missing the Focus Blast. That is fantastic. That is great. Now I'm Saturn sitting at a very comfortable amount of health. So here, I knew he was gonna switch out to his Fortress, but I did not want to play any games around with that Ruinicle. I needed that thing dead, so I just decided to stay in against my better judgment and go for the Power Whip. I mean, I did have a couple of options. I could have gone for the Leaf Seed. I mean, I knew for a fact it was gonna go out to his Fortress, but yeah, that kind of sucks. So he's gonna set up a layer of spikes. That doesn't really bother me too much. So I just go for the Leaf Seed, just to get. I really don't know why. Actually, I should have set up a layer of spikes. Doesn't really matter because I just wanted a free switch into my Salamence. You know, by that I mean not switch in on the freaking Volt Switch. And this way I basically forced him to go for the Rapid Spin, so I get a free switch into Cersei once again. And I believe I'm just gonna go for the Roost this time around. After all the after turn effects are done and stuff. But yeah, he spun away the Self Rocks and everything, so I'm not really too bothered, to be honest. So I'm just gonna Roost that he decides to sack his Ruinicles at this point. He's in really, really low amount of health, so he's not gonna find a chance to set up Trick Room anymore. So I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake, take him out. Don't want, of course, lower my special attack or even, you know, lock myself into outrage just to take us. Of course, the Terrakion is still lurking around, so gonna switch out into my bonafide Terrakion counter. My Shaggy, as he ends up going for Rock Slide. And, it's kind of funny because I think he went for Rock Slide just so he won't miss with Stone Edge, and he ended up missing Rock Slide, so that's pretty hilarious there. Anyways, I'm going to return out on the incoming Fortress and go out into Cersei, scare him out the possibility of me running Fire Blast, which I do not run. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. So, he's going to switch out, of course, fearing the fire move, and go out to Scascheron, who instead takes a freaking Draco Meteor to the face. and he does not appreciate the hit at all. Look at that, 59%. That is some serious damage. And after the Life Orb and the Sandstorms, I do survive with enough HP to land one final blow on the Gastrodon, go for the Outrage, and take him out. So now I don't have to worry about that thing, just sitting here stalling things with Toxic and Recover and Scald and all that shit. So it's a double down. Go on to my Scarf Tyranitar as he decides to switch out to his Celebi. And I'm all like, he's not gonna predict the crunch. I mean the Scarf, so he's gonna stay in. So I go for the crunch, take him out with a crit. I'm pretty sure that did not matter unless he was physically defensive, but I definitely doubt that mattered. So go for the crunch, take out the Celebi. All that's left is the Tyranitar in the Fortress. Kind of bothersome that the Fortress is, but for the amount of health, I should be able to deal with it just fine. Gonna switch out into my Tyranitar counter, my Landorus. Takes his Stonage very, very well. And at this point, I just go for the Earthquake because I really have no real reason to just go for the U-turn. He's gonna switch out, but might as well just take out the Fortress now because I'm pretty sure I can 2-hit KO from this range and easily 2-hit KO. Even after leftovers, he would not have enough health to survive another Earthquake unless I get like absolute minimum damage. But that is not the case. Take him out, and now all that he has left is a Terrakion that he really can't do much to the remainder of my team. So there we go. He decides to lock himself into Stone Edge because that way he can basically crit my Landorus and take him out. But I'm not really bothered too much because I do have the Choice Bandit called Kilder with the Mach Punch to finish off the game. So that was the game, guys. And Gosapai takes him out with the Choice Bandit Mach Punch, and that is a lot of power behind that punch. But that is the end of the match, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and of course, leave a like if you did. I expect some more OU shenanigans because I'm testing out a bunch of new teams, and hope you guys are looking forward to that. Of course, more UU will be coming as well, and at a later time. So, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.